So the big talk around YouTube and everywhere pretty much is politics and Sarah Palin, which is the vice president McCain picked to run with him. I mean, it's cool that she's a female and stuff like that, yeah. But she's just for some things, as the guy in the video that I'm responding to states, that she's for creationism being taught in schools. She's pro-life, just a myriad of different things, and she's not very experienced on a large scale. So yeah, not really sure how good she would do, especially considering that McCain is 70-something years old and not in the greatest of health, and she could end up running our country. So it's sort of scary if you think about it. I'm not backing any candidate right now because I don't even know who I'm going to vote for. I mentioned in another video Bob Barr, who is the front runner for the independent, the Libertarian Party, I'm sorry. And I haven't really looked into him yet because I've been trying to pay attention to the main runners because they're more likely to get the most votes. I mean, it sucks that we don't look at other parties other than Republican or Democrat, but it happens. And my problem with Obama is that he doesn't say much. It's like all talk and no action. If you look at his plans for, I'm going to use his plans for the energy problem. It's mostly long-term solutions that are going to, and I know it's sort of a problem, it's a hard problem to tackle. And, I mean, they're great ideas, but I think we need to start looking more towards it ASAP. And another thing, like the antithesis of most of Obama's speeches have just been change, change, change. And it's like, that's great that you want to see change. Everybody wants to see change after 8 years with George W. Bush in office. I mean, yeah. And just let me say that I've never voted for a president before, so this is my first presidential election, and I'm trying to be unbiased. And I've never really been a Democrat or a Republican ever. I wouldn't say I'm a libertarian. I won't say that I'm an anarchist. I'm just me. And when, I'm just trying to pick who I feel would be best to run my country. And I think that's how everybody should. I think it's kind of silly for people that just, or even like people that are just voting Democratic this time around because they're so sick of George Bush. It's kind of good because it's curing a lot of people's apathy for not voting and stuff like that. But we all need to get involved more. We complain about everything, we bitch about everything, but we do nothing. And people like Amendum that constantly complain about stuff but don't do anything that we know of. I mean, he could be, but he seems to be all talk to and no action. Of course, I don't know. It's just we've got to get involved in our government and use democracy while we have it, because this president is going to shape this country for the next 4 years. Another thing I want to bring up, the recent Pat Condell video talks about how Islam in the UK and in the UN is they're trying to have a meeting about racism, and Canada has already said that they're not going to this meeting. Basically, Islam wants to stop people from saying anything derogatory towards their religion. That kind of bothers me because while I don't agree with it, I think I have the right, you know, that it just infringes on my freedom of speech. And yes, and I've said this in my last video where I talk about pet peeves, you know, freedom of speech doesn't give you a right to be a dick. But anyways, that concerns me, and I think we need to speak up concerning that issue right there. Go to Pat Condell's channel, his latest video, watch it. He's got information. He's very good at putting information. He might come off the wrong way. Not everybody likes Pat Condell, but I think that what he says is important concerning that. So I just wanted to bring everybody up to date on my views on the presidential candidates, excuse me, and that Sarah Palin is something else. That's it. Thanks for watching. Go watch the video that I'm responding to, and later.